So good afternoon. This is a Build Your Own Course info session for spring semester. My name is Nurdin Tajbayev. I'm a PhD candidate in Accounting Information Systems Department. And I'll be a facilitator of these courses. So these Build Your Own courses are 100% asynchronous courses, meaning no class meetings, and it will allow you to study this content of the course at your own pace. Before I continue, you can see the slides I'm sharing, right? Can you type in the chat box or say yes, no, if you can see the general information page? Okay, great. Okay, so like I said, it's 100% asynchronous course and no class meetings. Each course is a 1-credit course. If you have taken the independent study, it's a similar, but it's a asynchronous course like 3-credit courses. So it's very flexible. It will allow you to study at your own pace. Some students just take these 1-credit course and complete the requirements in first few weeks of the semester, and for the rest of the semester, they just have to wait on the final exam. When we are working on we are working on the platform to allow students to take the final exam before the exam dates. So you can take the exams at any time of the department of the semester. But currently, you can study these at your own pace. Although also the important benefit of this course structure is to allow you to study the modules you are interested in. Okay, so you can, for example, if you are a finance student and you are interested in study in the blockchain or cryptocurrency or let's say cloud computing, you don't want to study devote whole 3 credits for this course. You want to study just the basics or the introductory knowledge of this course. And this BYOC course allows you to build your own course based on your interests. If you're interested in cryptocurrencies or the outlier detection, you can just select those modules as your interest and study these in these one credit course. So each module has a web page. It has its dedicated video and the quizzes or collection of videos, and the grade will be based on the 50% on the quizzes and the 50% on the final exam. These are all untimed, so it will allow you to devote as much time as you want to complete these. And like we said, it's study at your own pace courses. So one important rule, and it's mostly only important rule, is the no double dipping. Meaning, if you're studying several 1-credit courses, you cannot choose the same module more than once in these courses, because in that case you'll be studying this module more than one time, and it will be unfair in grading. So in the quizzes, you have to watch the videos and attempt the quizzes. For now, we're considering to take the average of first 2 attempts, but it may change when the syllabus comes out. But for now, it's first 2 attempts of the quizzes. And you can, most of the information knowledge you acquire from the videos or the content material will allow you to answer these quiz questions. And most importantly, it's also untimed. You can spend as much time as you want, but you are highly advised to take this in one sitting. Otherwise, it may log you out for the timeout. It's open book, open notes, open internet. You can use any additional source that may help you on these topics you choose. And the university regulations must require us to state that you should not be talking to your friends if you are taking the same course. Okay, let's talk about the 6 credits. 6 credits or 1 credit, 6 1-credit courses. So if you select all of these courses, you will be taking 6 credits. You can take up to 6 credit. You can take 1 credit or 2 credit. Quizzes, it's up to you, and we'll see the example. It's up to you. You can study. So you'll have 5 quizzes because it's 5 modules you choose, and we'll come to that point. And you can study them every week. You can study them every month. Then technically you don't have 5 months, but maybe every 2 weeks, or you can study them every day and be done with the whole course in 1 week, and that's it. So let's talk about the courses, then we'll move on to the questions, and I'll ask, I'll allow you the questions, okay? So the first course is business, continuous business monitoring. Each course has its required module that you have to select, and and there are four other modules you have to select to add, and these are just suggested models and you can select from other list of modules as well. So first one is a continuous business monitoring, and the required course is a basics of continuous auditing and continuous monitoring. The second course is emerging technologies in business. So the required module is emerging audit evidence, and and these are the suggested modules. As you can see, these are very diverse set of courses that will allow you the very basic knowledge in those fields. And if this is the right course, if you don't want to devote 3 credit course just for a single beginning knowledge for that field. The third one is the business process automation. This is a course where you learn the UiPath, right? The very basic knowledge of UiPath. You start with the intro to automation. Then you can select any of the RPA, robotic process automation modules. And these are not limited to just these models because of the course name. These are the highly suggested modules after you choose the required module. The fourth one is blockchain, cryptocurrency, cybersecurity, and also cloud computing. We also added cloud computing to this course. You have to select Intro to Blockchain and Smart Contracts as a required module if you study this course. And the suggested modules are here. The artificial intelligence and accounting and auditing is also an interesting course. It has the basics of AI in accounting and auditing as a required course, and you have a different types of artificial intelligence tools to learn from. These are the suggested modules. You can learn the classifiers, cluster analysis, regression analysis, exceptions and anomalies, and the use of artificial intelligence and duplicate detection systems. And the last course you can choose from is the BYOC 6. We call it Designed Yourself. Designed Yourself means there is no required model. You can select any 5 modules you are interested in, and you should and some modules are they have a prerequisites, like so one is the basic and another one is a more advanced, like artificial intelligence. We have a cloud computing. We have those are the several, or the visualization related modules. These required advanced modules require you to select the introductory first, because if you just directly go to the advanced one, you may not understand most of the stuff. Okay, so these are just to familiarize you with the content of the BYOC courses. Now, allow me to show you where to find the BYOC course. Well, let's make a demo. Okay, so when you go to your canvas, if you select a course, so you can select a course, and when you go to canvas, I'm in the professor account. So let's see the student account actually. So when you go to the canvas, let's say if you select the BYOC artificial intelligence and the let me kill this, an accounting and auditing module. So these are the content, and these are not all required for the people. If they are taking those modules, then they have to turn in this or read this. If you are not taking, let's say, RPA in that course, then you don't have to. But you can get this information later. What I want to tell you is a syllabus. So whenever you go to any course, this is not just related to this course. In any course in Rutgers or any institution, you have to check out the syllabus first. So check out the syllabus. It gives you course information, description, how it's graded, and what are the assignments you have to turn in. Okay, so when you go into the course, you will have this link to the platform, and also you have learning objectives, how it's graded, and the deadlines. So the first 2 weeks of the semester, you have to just register to the platform and choose your modules. So what modules you want. You have to choose 5 modules and what modules you want to study. It's just first 2 weeks. The rest till the maybe a few weeks before the exams start. For this semester, it's December 1. For for spring semester, it's probably not March, but the April, late second half of April. So these week 3 and 12, you can study at your own pace. Just watch the videos, slides, educational material, and complete the quizzes given. Then you will have the last 2 weeks of the semester as a final exam or a project. It's a very short reflective essay, untimed, open book, and you can take it at your time and to study it at your own pace. Okay. And the grading is 50% on the quizzes, which is given, and 50% on the final exam. Okay. And now, when you start your modules, you go to this page, and you have to register first. So let's say I want to register as Nurden, let's say NAT80. You have to no, not 8. Let's put the username different, okay? Because this was a username. I'm putting a new 86, and use your non-personal password, because we don't have a cybersecurity personnel working on this platform yet. So we have to tell you that to use a password that's not, you don't use in your personal bank accounts or the personal email. Okay, so let's say I choose this as a password, and I type my net ID. The important thing is you have to type in your net ID all in the lower cases, and they do not use your Rutgers ID or your ID. Use your net ID instead. You create an account, and it says we're successful to username and password. It may take a few days after you register, if you register late, to add you to this system, because we are still manually adding students to the system. It's easy for the beginning of the semester, but as students register later, we have to add them to the roster of this platform, and it's still manual process, so you have to allow us a few business days. Okay, so let me show you a demo student account. So I have 3 demo accounts. Let me use this one, for example, and let's log in. Okay, so you have to register first and then log in. So this student chose to take 5 credit courses. So these are all 1 credits that we covered, like continuous accounting, emerging technologies, business process automation, blockchain and cryptocurrencies, and design it yourself is the last one. So he's taking 5 credits. And if you're taking just 1 credit, then only one of these courses will appear in your select class page. Okay, so let's say he wants to study today the emerging technologies course. Okay, so he takes this course, and the very first time when you log into this course, it asks you to select your modules. Okay, what you do is you're studying an emerging technologies and course, and from these, I think what was the emerging technologies requirement, and it's going to be in your syllabus as well. The emerging audit evidence is a required module, right? So you have to select these, and the rest you can select from any of these. And these are highly suggested. For example, let's say I want, in addition to these, I want to study the basics of audit data, and I don't want to study, let's say, SQL, but I want to study some Excel. Okay, basics of Excel I want to study, and the some, let's say, the visualization or the sentiment analysis or regular in text mining. Okay, so I choose four modules, and the four last one, let's say I want to study from other course. Let's say if you go to design to yourself, it will allow you a wide range of all the modules that are available, including the ones we already saw here, right? So let's say I want to study, I'm studying still in the emerging technologies, but I want to study cryptocurrencies, or the intro to automation, or the basics of artificial intelligence, right? So after you select 5 modules, you can submit your courses, and this home page will appear. Okay, this is your home page, and here you can study your courses. So you can hit study, and there is going to be a video, and you can watch the video. So it's a few pages, maybe 1 hour, or maybe half hour, or 2 hours. It's not longer than 2 hours usually. Then when you start the quiz, there is going to be quiz. So you just complete this quiz, and you're done with this course. Okay, so after you complete the quiz, your grade and time will be given here, and you go into each of the 5 modules you have selected here and take the quiz, study and take the quiz. After you complete all of these, maybe you can complete it every day and done with it in 5 days in a week, or you want to study it every 2 weeks and pace yourself, or if it's not really recommended, but some students take it right before the deadline. I have students taking it now because tomorrow is a deadline. No, you don't get 1 credit per module. These all 5 modules will give you 1 credit, because all of these modules are the per course. Okay, so it's after you complete these 5 modules, it's going to be 1 course. But each 1 credit course allow you to build these on your own interests. Okay, so if you go to my grades page, these are the courses you have selected, and if you make multiple attempts, there is going to be more rows added showing. I think it still shows first 2 or first 3 attempts, and after the 3rd attempt it will show you the correct answers of the quiz, and you can see the answers. You can compare your answers. Okay, quiz format, mostly it is multiple choice, like we saw. Let me go to home page, see. Okay, so let's say you watch the video and start the quiz. These are the quiz. As you can see, some of them has 9 questions, some of them 5, some of them has just 3 or 4 questions, some of them has 10-15 questions, but it's not more than 15. At most cases, I think it's just 10 or 12. And you just have to watch the quiz, watch the video and answer these quizzes, and it's untimed. Just to make sure you take notes. Do not select anything before you submit, because if you select some of these and if you do not select some of these and it times you out and logs you out, it may give you as an attempt. So take a note, choose an answer for your question on your notebook, and when you are ready, after you watch the video, to answer all of the questions, to select all of the questions and submit your answer. Let's say I'm just doing these randomly. Let's say these are our answers after we watched the video. We found the answers to our questions, and these are, I think, our answers. When I submit, shows okay, I only got 3 of the questions right, because it has 9 questions. But if you study, usually most of students get 100% in the first try. You have to watch carefully the videos and find answers in the videos. And when you go to the My Grades page, it will give you your answer. And if I attempt this, let's say one more time, and let's say I wanted to choose different answers this time, and I'm doing these randomly, but you should not be doing these randomly. You should watch the video and study the material, right? And submit it. These still do not change because it gives you only first attempt. But when you go to your My Grades page, you can see that in the second attempt you get only 22%, but usually it's a lot higher because we just did it, and we left like some of the questions unchecked, and it's showing us second attempt selected answers. Okay, so and these are the correct answers. And after the second attempt, it can show your answers. Okay, the question is, oh, okay, looks like we don't have questions yet. So so this is the this is what one credit course look like. We are working on the new platform, new version of the platform. The user interface may change. Because we are still working on the bugs, and we're trying to develop these better. But the framework or the approach is not changed. You have a one credit course, that each credit course you have to study 5 modules based on your decision you want to study, and and you have to, it's asynchronous, no class meetings. I will be there for your emails, and sometimes I meet with students on the Zoom. You just email me, request the time to meet, and we still meet you on Zoom. And if you can show me the questions or the troubles you're having, and I'll guide you through it. These content and the quizzes are prepared by the different departments of the Rutgers Business School, mostly the accounting information systems faculty and PhD students. And I'm proficient with the most of the topics. If I'm not, then we'll ask someone who prepared these module and ask the questions. Okay. Yeah, it's you can say that it's a course of 5 weeks, but I wouldn't say each module is a 1 week. But if you devote like 2-3 hours, you should be able to complete each module. 2-3 hours. Sometimes it's 1 hour, sometimes maybe a little more than 3 hours. Okay, exclude the final exam. Correct. To exclude the final exam, it's basically 5 week, or I would say if you spend 3-4 hours for each module, it's 20-hour load, 20-25-hour load. Okay. And where is these? When you go to, let me go to my Rutgers and show you the how to register. When you go to academics, okay, and it's going to be, I don't think spring is there yet. So, oh, hang on. Where do I think it's in the bottom? Okay, here. This, okay, spring, undergrad. If you're Newark, New Brunswick, doesn't matter. If you submit, it will pull you the list of the courses that are available, right? Spring, Newark, undergraduate, continue. And it's not in business or accounting, it's under administrative studies. Okay, so this is the important part. It's part that's it is under administrative studies, not in accounting or somewhere. If you select it, you can see that the 6 BYOC courses are in here. Okay, and based on what your interests you can just select it, design to yourself. It's a each one is a 1 credit course. Okay. It's in Newark and New Brunswick. You can take it in both. Okay, Newark and New Brunswick. For example, let me. So this is a Newark, right? If I select the New Brunswick, you also have the same courses under administrative studies. Okay, so you can see the BYOC 1 credit courses under administrative studies, and the it's not asynchronous course, no class meetings. Everything is online, and even if it's online, there is no Zoom meetings unless you request one. And you just have to choose the modules and study the video materials and take the quizzes and take the final exam towards the end of the semester. That's it. And no required books you have to buy, or everything is asynchronous content like we gave in this one platform. And we'll also guide you through this process, but don't leave it to the last moment when you register or choose your modules or study the quiz. So these are all the 6. If you want to take 6 credits, you can take all, but if you want to take just 1 credit, you can select one of these. Okay, so you can take up to 6 credits, but if you take more than 1 course, important rule is no double dipping. You cannot choose the same module more than once in different courses, in different BYOC courses. I think starting today it's available because it 29 today it's open, and you should be able to access these and register, because today is the first day they open the registration for the spring semester, and that's why we are holding this info session. Okay, so for the other students, there is going to be a recording of this info session available, and you can ask me questions, and it's going to be also it's going to be available. My email also will be available in the circulation, and if you have any questions, please let me know. We had over 300 student registrations, I would say, in the last spring semester, and in the fall semester we had only 100, I think more than 150, because students were allowed more to. They had the information. They were more aware of these courses during the last spring rather than fall. But we are promoting these courses during this among the students, and we are. Okay, yeah, sure. I can. Let me type in. This is my email. It's also available in the circulation where your I think Associate Deans circulate the email about this event when they circulate the flyers and the course information. There is also my my email, but this is also my email, nat80@business.rutgers.edu. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll be happy to answer. Now it's low. You asked very good questions so far. I think we covered quite a few important topics or the questions. Do you have any questions left? Yeah, I use with the business Rutgers, but that works too. Yeah, I think it still works if you just put Rutgers EDU. Great. So if you do not have any questions, this is it. And I expect you to see in the list of the students. Also, we don't have any online or in-person classes, but I usually track student records and track their performance and the activity. And if they are not making attempts on time, like some students, I had the whole semester that didn't make any attempts, so I had to contact them in person, asking why they are not making attempts. But usually it's study on your pace. You don't get any deduction from your grade to attempt it at the last moment. But the important requirement is to register and choose your modules in the beginning of the semester and complete it by the end of the semester, the deadline that's set in the syllabus. Okay, so this is it. I think one important thing is, let's say if you chose these modules and you don't like the Excel workshop, you want to change it. Okay, you can change it before you make an attempt, because we already made 2 attempts to emerge and audit our evidence. But let's say I want to change the data processing and manipulations. Okay, I can't change this. Even if I change this, of course, my grades and time records will not change. Okay, because I already made an attempt. If you didn't make any attempt, you can still change them. For example, third course. This is a third module I'm taking. So changing. So I hit the change class. I go to the oh, not the change class. Sorry. I go to the update modules. On the bottom left, you can update your modules depending on your choice. And one important requirement is you should not have been made any attempts to it. Okay, so I want to change the third one, which was the data manipulations. I want to change it, let's say, intro to automation. If I hit the submit, then the third one will change from what was the current to the automation. But you have to change it before you make any attempts. Once you make your attempts, you are stuck with that module. Okay. What does it mean, attempts? You can still hit the quiz, watch the videos, and don't hit the start quiz and submit answers. That's what means attempt. Okay. You can just go into videos, watch the videos, and get out and change your module before making any quiz. Okay, after you attempt the quiz, then you cannot change the module. Okay. Yes, once you register, you'll be the course will show up in Canvas. Okay, so this is a student view of Canvas. So we'll have this course available when you go there, and you have to, like I said, important thing is you go through the syllabus. Okay, and read it, and in the syllabus you will have the link available, this learning management system SWAM, and also in the beginning you will have this course available so that you can study. Okay, you can use this link to go to this system. You can register first. You have to register with your net ID and log in to the page. Okay, any more questions? Okay, so I was glad to see you, and this recording will be circulated among students for their interest. So I hope to see you in the list of the students who are registered. Take care and stay safe and have a good day.